Hi everyone, welcome to another wonderful section with me, and it's your coach Miss Faith Okosun. So today we'll be learning how to design this beautiful and stunning belly flyer design. Yeah, we have two different shades. We have the white and black shade and we have the color shade. So we'll be learning how we're able to achieve these two design using just our smartphone. Okay, let's get to our PIXELLAB. So I will be deleting this new text. Delete, come to my background icon, and we're going to change the size to, it's a square size, so I'm going to change to 5000 by 5000. Okay, then I'll change the background color to, let's say, black. Good. After I've done that, I'll come to import and I'm going to bring in the background we'll be using for this design. Okay, so that will be the background we'll be using. I'm just going to increase it using my relative size here to increase the size. So I'm going to make sure that every side is covered. Then I'll come to my layer panel and lock it. Perfect. Good. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'll come to import and bring in, there's this flower that I want to add. Okay, so this is the flower here. I'll come to relative position and also increase it. Okay, then I'll also lock it here. So I'll come to import again, bring in the picture of the celebrants. Okay, so we'll be making use of this Grace Morgan's picture. Okay, so we are going to increase the size and make sure it's sitting at the center. To increase the size, it shouldn't be that too much, because this picture is not straight. We are just going to try our possible best to arrange it very well. Okay, I think we have to crop out this excess piece that is here. Okay. Okay, all right, you can see it is getting everything is is entering in place. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do now, I'll come to my import. I'm going to bring in the other picture we'll be adding to this flyer. So we're using two pictures. So this is the second picture we will be using. Okay, so I'm just going to rotate it this way, and I'm going to crop out all these excess space that are here, this excess space. And I'll crop out the parts that I want to use. Okay, so I'm going to increase it like this. Okay, so you can see that as you are increasing it, the quality is reducing. You can see the quality is reducing. Then we'll copy. So you can see the difference. So that's the reason why anytime you increase anything on your PIXELLAB, make sure you copy it. So you can see this one quality has reduced. This one still retains its original quality. So we are going to delete this one and make use of this one here. Good. So I'm going to place this here. Yeah. Then I will take it to the back of this first picture. So I come to my layer panel and I'm going to highlight all these dots and drag it to the back of that flower. You can see. Good. After I've dragged it to that extent, I'll come to my opacity and I will reduce it. So it's going to be like the picture is in the background, you get. So I'm going to reduce the opacity. So let's increase the size. I want her full face. Okay. All right. Good. That's good. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do now, we'll come to imports. We're going to bring in one of our flowers. Okay, so we'll be bringing in the blur flower. You can see this one, it is blur, it's not sharp like this one here. Okay, so we're going to bring it down. So we're going to use to cover up this edge. Okay, we're going to cover up this edge. Come to Just place it to cover up this sharp edge here. Good. Then we'll copy it again. Copy it, bring it to this other side like this. To cover up this sharp edge here. Okay. Good. Then after we've done that, we'll come to shape again. Come to our shape. I'm going to create a gradient effect, something like this. And then after we've created it, we'll just place it on top of this flower that we just created. On top of this flower like this. Yeah. It should be on top. It's going to add effects to the flower and so that picture also. Okay. Good. So let's lock all these things. I think they are disturbing us. Let's lock them. Alright, good. So I'm going to copy one of those blow flower like this one here. I'm just going to come here and click on this copy here. So it has duplicate for me. And I will reduce this size. Just reduce it and place it here. Let's reduce it and place it here. Wow. Let's come to opacity and reduce the opacity of that one. Okay, good. So we are done with the background manipulation and all of that. So what we'll start doing now is the text. Start adding the text, whatever we want to type and all of that. So we're going to come to text, come to edit. We're going to type happy birthday. Okay, happy birthday. So we're going to place it here. We'll come to our fonts and we'll change the font. So the fonts we're using is the brand and the Lotalin. This one here. Okay, so we're using this one. Okay, so increase the size. We'll come to our align and give it center align. So after we've done that, we'll come to style. This is our style here. Come to style and bolding it. So you can see the difference. Yeah, this bolding. If you want to cancel it out, you just cancel. So bolding it, you get. So you mark this good sign here. So just place it like this. Yeah. Then come to shadow. We enable the shadow. And we select, you reduce the opacity of the shadow by coming here like this. Come here, you just reduce the opacity. Okay, so the opacity I use is 30%. You see it's even showing here. Then for your blur radius, you can see the blur radius. You will reduce the blur radius to 0. Then on your offset X, you're going to give it offset 1 and -1. Okay, so I want to show you what I am doing here. So let's say for instance, let's increase the opacity. Let's increase this one. Yeah, at the edge of the text you see the shadow effect there. Are you seeing it? So if I remove, where's the shadow? If I remove it, you can see it's no longer showing. If I enable it, it will show. So that is what we are doing there. So that's it. So we're going to enable the shadow. Reduce the opacity. We use 30 just now. Okay. Okay, 1 is okay. Good. So after we've done that, come to text and type in celebrant's name. So we are using Daniela. Okay. So increase the size for the name. We'll come to fonts and we'll change the fonts. So the fonts we'll be using for that Daniela is called Autograph. This one here. Okay, so after we've chosen autograph, we'll come to our style. Okay, so we're going to interlize it. So like we're going to make it slant. You can see this is straight. So if you click on this one, it's going to make it slant. You can see the difference, but okay, so it's not slant. It's not that straight ahead. So let's come to padding. You can see the part of that A is being cut out. So come to our padding and increase the padding, the right padding. Okay, you can see now the full A is not showing. So we're going to increase this Daniela name. Just increase it like this. We'll come to color. So we're going to choose. The color is not going to be fully yellow. It's not going to be fully yellow. It should be different from. I think it's going to be yellow, but it's going to be different from the one we used for the background and everything. Yeah, something like this, but it should be different. Okay, something like this. Then let's give this thing curve. Alright, so curved it with -10%. So curved it with -10%. So the reason why I give it that curve, so that this happy birthday we have space to stay here. You get, so to have space to stay where it is there. Alright, so I'll come to, let's increase the size a bit. I'm going to position it like this. Okay, let's reduce it as happy birthday. Alright, something like this. Good, this is beautiful. So I'll come to text, I'm gonna write happy blessed birthday, Daniela. Okay, good. Then I'll reduce the size. Then I'll come to fonts. I'm gonna give it a very simple font. Let's use Montserrat for that. Montserrat can do that. Good. Then I'll reduce the size. Then I'll come to spacing and I'll space them out. Letter spacing and space them. Okay, I'll space them out. Let's space it. Then making use of our relative position, I'm going to make sure that it's sitting at the center. So it's still too big, and the size is still too big. I want it to be small. Okay, so I'm okay with that size there. So I'll come to my text and just write the dates of the birthday. So let's say November 28th. Okay, good. So come to font and let's change the font. Let's see if we can give it semi-bold. Montserrat's font. Let's give it. Alright, so this is it. I'm going to reduce the size. You can see the spacing between them is way too much. It's way too much. I'll come to my spacing, line spacing, and I'll reduce the spacing between them. Come to my align and just make sure they are giving the center align here. So I'll reduce the size. And place it inside this flower here. Okay. Let's increase the spacing a bit. Okay, alright, that's okay. Then I'm done with this design. So what I'm going to do next, I'll save as a project. To give it a name, save it as a project. Then after saving as a project, then you come here and save as an image. You save it to your gallery. Okay, so it's now saved to our gallery. So let's go to our editing app to do our editing. So we're using the Snapseed app for this editing. So I'm just going to click on that plus icon there and select the what we just designed. So I'm just going to wait for it to go. So this is what we just designed here. So under my looks I have different templates. So let's work on that black and white we did before. So we have portrait, smooth pop, accentuate, faded glow, morning bright, fine art, and all of the rest. So I want to click on this fine arts. Okay, then I'll mark this good sign. Then I'll come to my tools, come to details. Yeah, so under details, I'll just add structure to it and sharpening to it. Yeah, just structure and sharpening to it, then I'll mark this good sign. So you can see what we just did. Then we'll come to export and you save your work. So after you finish doing this black and white one, let's still work on the other one. Basically, let's just wait for this one to save. Okay, so let's work on the other one. So I'll click on this open. Yeah, so I'm going to click on the one we just designed, which is this, not the edited one, or the one you just designed. So under my looks, I have tons of looks here. I'm going to click on pop. Click on OK, come to my tools, come to details. Just be careful here. You can see this one is too much. This structure here is way too much. Yeah, so something that is reasonable. Then for sharpening also, you increase the sharpening. Click on export and save your work. You are done with your design.